What you guys doing? Fix to start my game. No, start my broadcast. Yeah, well, I got half of it for him. That's where I was just a second ago. I like it.
It's week 13
Yeah.
of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be let out by the man running the show,
broadcasting right now,
their
so
quarterback.
I ain't gonna answer
Enjoyed
that.
watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
good. 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I know. If you easy like the rest of us and use the share play,
Hey, they got the win.
So you gotta give him
like I could have this conversation.
the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep
No,
the
not
hot
you.
streak going
I am,
toward
no.
touchdown passes.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook.
I know, but I still can't answer that. No, I know. I'm being careful of what I'm saying.
Stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
To throw on 2nd down. Darby. And got his man complete. They're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That wasn't cool.
6 yards on the play.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
A run there with Cook on 1st down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darby over the middle to Smith. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
Quick slant to Brown. And this is going to lead to another 1st down. As the
Come on, man.
13-yard line.
Come on, man.
Well, this crowd does not
Roughing the passer, man. Shit.
From them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. From the gun, Darby. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings.
Man, they took it right down the field.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
This may not be good.
Vikings have taken a 1st quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys
Yeah, I ain't come close to slowing them down, man.
You see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do.
Yeah.
You have a team that doesn't get
But still, they took it right down the field on me, man.
Games in a row. You get the end
right
result
down the
we saw
field.
there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Probably should have opted for the touchback. That's fair assessment.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Really?
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively, they're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL.
So I can just shut that shit down.
High-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
What the fuck?
Pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside.
Ah, damn.
Back at the 9.
That wasn't good.
Ngakwe, the former Maryland Terp. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that?
Oh, yeah, man.
On the opening drive. Then you get
now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll start out with great field
There we go,
position
baby.
at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, you're just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he goes down, but we're getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop.
Oh, come on!
Steam going.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards.
Damn, man.
Let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now he's hurt.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy. Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here. The first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January. And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed. So and down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker, because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback. And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. Throwing on 3rd and long. Darby. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed. And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room. And
I'll be holding.
Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also
What'd you say?
It's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in this.
I got another fucking holding penalty, man. God damn, man.
It's going to be canceled out. And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they? So following the hold, they're in the hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And now running right through it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
What the fuck, man? Throw the ball!
Taken down.
What the fuck you just stand there for? Jesus!
Here comes the
Hand it!
punter now.
Fuck! Dude, you gotta throw the fucking ball, man!
These two teams all tied after one. And this will get inside the 20 and a touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
To throw on second down. Darby, and too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and now it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
From the gun on third down. Darby, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Wow.
That's an excellent job.
Good D, good D.
Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty.
Ah, fuck.
It's fourth down.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense heading back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Yeah, they damn sure are. Coming off a fucking 3-and-out.
Spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They throw again on second down. This one's complete. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Maybe, maybe not. Nah.
And that
Fuck.
is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Offensive line.
That time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Put his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Pull me out of the zone, too, man. Shit.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a
What you
little
doing,
bit
bro?
of a rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he uses quickness to make a play.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go with a big bank for it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
But I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Darby looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball.
Motherfucker, man!
And they get there for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
touchdown. He'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire one deep left sideline.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue.
I think he was fucking in bounds.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Looked to me like he did.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Oh, yeah, pass interference, man.
However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Yeah, I'm accepting that.
Force a 4th down. Instead, PI gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
That is caught inside the 5. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Yeah.
So that drive in
Things are a little bit better now.
And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown.
Right over there.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and not willing to risk another fumble.
That defense buckled down the last 2 drives, man.
Dalvin Cook
the last 3.
for the Vikings' next possession. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
A gain of 6 there on first.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Man open left side is Brown. And they get him down, but not
Look
before
at
he
this shit.
takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, Darby. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So we've come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a stone's throw away across. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will make it into the end zone.
Ah!
It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard
I come out of nowhere, man.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately.
Oh, shit, man.
Really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need
I just have a hard time believing.
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Oh, man. These guys are on fire defensively.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still.
Another fucking blitz coming.
You would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Out of the gun now on third down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That goes for a gain of 31. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw here. His pass caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone for the Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical is one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Blankenship out for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. be taken about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They run it again with Cook. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Darby. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Oh, he just dropped it.
And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll run it. Here's Cook, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Throwing on first down. Darby, he's going deep for Brown. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing.
Oh, shit.
It's hard to execute against them.
You should have had that one, baby.
Incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He's going deep for Brown.
Ooh.
And he's caught one-handed. Oh,
shit.
he pulled it in. And he just falls short down at
Where were you, man?
the yard line. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Trying the power game with Ham. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Again, it's Cook.
Oh, you brought him in there, man. Shit.
Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the
Oh, man, you guys had him.
Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Fuck, man.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
It's more charcoal. Yeah. Yeah, and they won him several times this year. You know, they didn't just use him just one game, you know.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. That's the end.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Fournette. And able to get him down, but he does reach.
That was a fucking run right there, boy.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He probably did, man.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense is too good, isn't it?
They really lit you up, man.
No matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. From 4 yards out as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is what having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
On 1st down, Darby. And his pass incomplete. Now defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
To throw on 3rd down, Darby. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
What?
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your
That was a fucking great catch, man.
Back, they can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Darby. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They run, Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Darby. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off inside the 5. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's...
Saying I'm going to lose this game over here. They're going to beat me by 30. Scotia Bank Arena. Fucking Nova Scotia.
Releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Huffman. And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 24 yards the game there. Another first down as well. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. That one goes for 13 yards and it moves the sticks. first and 10. Montgomery. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to...
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours?
I didn't have mine. You got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble.
Fucking missed it. Imagine that shit. Jesus Christ, man.
We'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't be a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing it in here on second down, this time complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Darby. And that will be incomplete. The trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
Oh, come on, man.
Yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him ground forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
What a difference difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Darby. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be caught.
Come on, man.
He takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At this stage,
and this is caught. Well, they get one back.
Motherfuckers.
Late touchdown here, but still down big. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
No pain, no gain. 31-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Montgomery. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got some space here. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a give right side. Huffman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
You have 2 backs of 100 yards. What the fuck are you doing? Where's your fucking defense?
It's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think.
Yeah, rookie running back, man, had 3 touchdowns in this game, man.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bucs, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
And they lay it up. Oh, they missed it. Can't do that, dude. Man, just killed us, man.
Uh-oh.
5 fucking points over here. So.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be happy.
Man, you gotta make that, dude. Damn it, man. I mean, dude, they're fucking killing me over here with this shit, man. He's supposed to be money from out there, dude. There's no problem there. We lost by 6 points, man. I was like 20 from 3 points, man. That's fucking unbelievable. 2 for 18. 5 for 30 for field goals. That's it. This is something that's tragically wrong here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the Vikings are the second seed team right now. The Vikings, I didn't know that. Yeah, they were 8-3. They're the same record as you. They were on a 2-game winning streak. Or a 3-game winning streak. Till they come in my house. And they took it right down the field on me to start off, too. You know, that first drive, man, I couldn't stop them. And then they held me when I went 3 and out, but I got them to fumble the punt. And I drove down and punched it in. And I took over from there. They held me to a 3 and out, and they forced me to punt, and I forced a fumble on the punt return. I big hit the dude right as soon as he caught it, and he fumbled it, and I recovered it right there. And then I went down and scored to tie the game up, and from there on, you know, that pretty much gave me the momentum. Their next 3 or 4 possessions, I held them to 3 and out. And I scored 2 more touchdowns. I went up 21-7. But that first drive, man, I couldn't stop them. Then late in the game, they scored again because I had my backups in and shit. Hit the option button. Oh, damn, man. Yeah. You might not. Damn, the Braves are playing in their old uniforms, huh? Yeah. The Braves played their old playing their old uniforms tonight. They got beat. Fuck the Major League Baseball, man. I watching the. See, we don't agree on the reason why. No, no, that's not. No, we have no. This guy never touched the plate. That's all they're talking about. Well, they just got beat at the top of the ninth. They scored a run, scored right, and they're showing the guy never touched home plate, and they called him safe. Mm, yeah, he was. I didn't even hear what you were saying right there, man. What are you saying? But you said. I said I did not hear what you said. But you said something. See, that's no, no. It was at home in the Braves Stadium, man. You know. Damn, man. What? Just stop. Just stop, man. Just stop, man. Don't ask him if he voted for Biden because we know he didn't get 80 million fucking votes. Uh, that's pretty fucking funny. Yeah, yeah. I don't think you need to continue with that line of thought going in this game, man. Yeah, but